Okay, everybody, today's a really exciting day. I'm over at Doorking, and I don't think I've ever made it past the wheel call counter, but today we are going to take you inside with Justin, and I think Rick's going to be walking around. It's going to be fun. We're going to go inside, deeper look into Doorking and what's going on inside there, because this is one hell of an operation they got going on here. One of my favorite companies. Super excited to go in there. Been working with Doorking for most of my life. I mean, I've been putting Doorkings in like a lot of us. So I will see you guys inside. Let's go see what's going on. Hey Rick, what do we got over here? What is this gate in the middle of nowhere? I mean,
it's our large, heavy test gate. This one we can load up to about 4,000 pounds.
So just for testing operators?
Just for testing slide gate operators and V wheels. We make our own V wheels.
Look at that. Look at that big old I-beam on there thing.
Yeah.
This thing must weigh a ton. 4,000 pounds, I guess. It does a couple tons, right?
The I-beam alone
Yeah.
is a little over 3,000, and then we load up more weight as we need it here.
Oh, so you got plates on there.
So right now we've got it up to 4,000.
4,000, that's crazy. That's a big gate. Yeah, and so when you were talking about Vigor wheels, you don't mess around. You have a lot of tandem, and is that a tandem wheel?
It's a twin tandem.
Twin tandem. So
yeah,
wow.
There's actually 4 wheels down.
4 down there. Look at that thing.
And that's not the big ones.
You have a bigger one.
We have bigger ones.
Ah, we'll have to take a look at that if you have that in the factory back there. I'd like to see it.
I don't know if we do, but we'll see if we can find one.
From your shop, looks like we can make one today.
Yeah.
Let's go. I know, right? Randy's got Randy's Donuts. Yeah, maybe Randy's Donuts over there. That's one hell of a wheel. Is that one of your wheels?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, what do we got in this area?
This is going in our circuit board production area.
So this is where the boards are actually made.
This is where the boards are made.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited. I'm having a hard time coming up with words. That's how excited I am to see what this looks like. So this is I've never seen a machine that makes the circuit board.
This is a surface mount machine. The raw boards go in on one end. This machine puts all the components on the circuit board, solders it, comes out the other end here, and she stacks them up. And from here, what this machine can't do is put the bulky items on it.
Right.
Transformers and whatnot. So we'll do that in different areas. We have a through-hole machine, solder machine 2. This is all computerized.
This is a big machine.
It's a big machine. Depending on what circuit boards they're running on a given day, they just tell the computer what machine it is, or what circuit board it is. And these are all the components that the machine is laying down.
Oh, look at that.
3 different businesses here, and here. I can tell you what it's doing, but
Yeah.
that's all Greek to me.
I don't know what it's
I don't know, but it's doing it.
That is crazy.
That's how your components.
So these are like resistors, capacitors, LEDs,
chips,
everything.
LEDs,
It just sucks one up when you need it.
Yeah.
And you've got ribbons. So everything's just loaded up in ribbons, and depending on what board you're building.
You roll it up and tell it what to run. We're running 4502 boards right now.
Yeah.
Which is for the swing gate operator.
And I think we all know what a 4502 board is. If you've sold much
is.
Doorking, you've played with a 4502 board. That's in a lot of different units. So we're over here with the final soldering, I guess we call this. A flow solder machine for through-hole part of the boards. So the boards I showed you guys a little bit earlier that were being fabricated, those were the smaller components on the board, and that machine actually solders those in. But the larger ones, the relays and some of the larger capacitors, things like that, those still need to be soldered after they put it in, and I'll show you some of those videos of how they put those on. But over here, he's loading them in, and it runs through the board, runs through this machine, and there's a flow solder. If you were to kind of see it in the back here, let's see if I can kind of show you. It's a roll, you probably can't see it very well, but it's a rolling, like a spool of solder that's hot and molting, and the board flows through it, and the solder won't stick to the actual board, just the metal parts. And in the end, that's how we get those circuit boards with all the extra larger parts and the components on there. Super cool to see this. The machinery in this thing is crazy in this factory. This is awesome to see. Okay, we're here with Raphael. He was the one that was running the boards through this solder machine, I keep it rolling solder machine. And we got some boards coming off the assembly line right now. So these are still a little too hot to handle for all of us, right? But you've been doing this a while, so you got some pretty tough hands. Yeah. So this is Raphael.
500 for the hot.
Yeah, 500 at a time.
Yeah, at the hot.
Yeah, hot. Oh, 500 degrees. Yeah. So how long have you been working at Doorking?
40 years.
40 years. That is awesome. How do you like it? Rick can't hear you right now. How do you like working here? No, I'm just kidding. Well, thank you for showing us your boards. Oh, look at this area. This is one of my favorite areas. You are one of the few people, this company, that actually manufactures and repairs all of your circuit boards.
We repair the boards. This area here is dedicated. They're repairing customer boards. Go through a full checkout and we'll send them back to them. Some of them go into RMA inventory. So
Right.
we have stock boards if we need to do a quick swap out. So we do that all throughout this entire area here.
Look at this. That is a lot of circuit boards. This is...
We've got what, 70 years of circuit boards out there.
Look at that. That is... And it's a thorough
It's a thorough
inspection.
check.
Yeah.
They go through a full checklist. They check everything on the board, not just what the complaint was.
So when we go to one of our distributors with a board that's not working or defective, or hopefully just not working, normally they're not defective when they get them, but this is where they end up doing an RMA, they send them back to you, and it ends up at one of these desks.
One of these desks here.
Yeah.
And they'll go through a thorough checkout, gate operated boards, access systems, phone entry boards,
Yeah.
the whole 9 yards. A lot of boards here. We've got over 70 years of circuit boards out there in the field. And we still repair them.
Yeah.
Boards come in here that are 20, 30 years old, and we'll repair them and send them back.
Yeah. Okay, so we're over here in the parts department area, we'll call it, right? Where he gets like almost like a shopping list of building a 9150 or
Job ticket.
right? Job ticket for an operator that's going to get built, and you pull all the parts for the whatever it happens to be for that unit right down to...
In this particular case, we're actually building and operating 1601 380.
Uh-huh.
So within this actually 18 feet, it's all right here for us. We do have a pick list, which gives us every part number, quantity in which we pull. We go ahead and assemble all the parts, put it right onto our cart, and then we ship it right into assembly for build.
So how many are you pulling right here? It looks like 3...
This is an order of 12 pieces.
12.
12
Okay,
pieces.
so these are going to be 12 1601s.
Correct.
Yeah, go ahead and drop those off at Las Vegas Fence when you're done. I'll put it together. You don't even have to put it together. We'll figure it out.
That's our new product. You can buy stuff in kit form.
It's kind of like the bake your own pizzas, the build your own operator. Okay, everywhere you go, there's another room full of stuff. And you guys, what is this room over here? This looks pretty similar to the stuff we see in some of the training rooms when we go to like one of the events or something, whether it be SAS or wherever it's going to be, and you see some equipment. Is this some of the stuff you guys bring over to those events?
That's exactly what it is. This is Jimmy runs our training program now. Whenever you go to a hands-on training at a hotel or even a webinar, it's Jimmy running it. This is Jimmy's area. He stages everything. If we're doing some training seminars, we got one coming up in Richmond, Virginia in September. He'll prep everything here, get it palletized, figure out what product he wants to take, get it shipped out next door.
Or
This is shipping.
this is shipping going out.
Shipping. In the production area, you saw everything being put together. This is where it ends up.
Look at this.
Finished goods inventory. And what they're doing is they're prepping the pallets for shipment.
So most of this stuff in the middle is getting ready to go out somewhere.
Anything in line, that's getting ready to be shipped today. We like to see 2 lines.
Yeah, well you got it. That's okay. You got a few orders going out.
We do all our own wrapping here. Pallet wrapping.
And this is why when you call Doorking and you need a gate operator, they got one ready to go. This is it, or an entry
Anything
system.
wrapped in blue is being ready for shipment right now. Going to Plano, Texas.
Plano, Texas. That's for that one. So these are going all over the country. Gate operators. This is it. U.S. made gate operators right down to the circuit boards, right down to the components. I saw your machine shop earlier where you're machining the parts. It's amazing how much U.S. built this operator really is. A lot of people stamp something on there saying it's U.S. built, but this is actually U.S. built equipment, and it gets loaded up. I mean, a lot of painstaking manual labor goes into this, and I think that's what shows in the quality of the equipment that you guys put out. So I appreciate all the effort you guys are still making after this 76 years. 76 years. 76 years. So that explains why you guys got this down to an art.
I hope so.
Let's go see what else is in the other side of the factory. All right, we're over here in the warehouse looking at some gearboxes. These are for what, cruise ships or something? What is this, huh?
These are the 9500 series gate operators.
Space shuttles. It looks like it's for something a lot bigger than that. Look at the size of that thing. That is a monster gearbox. Monster gearbox. All right, now we're in the fun area. Look at all these components and capacitors and relays and all the smaller components, and these end up over in the area. Some of these end up over by the circuit boards, right?
This is what you need when you build your own circuit board.
you need your own Fry's Electronics, or what do they have out here? Is it similar to Fry's Electronics?
Pot full of capacitors.
Yeah. You
Well,
put,
it's
what
our
do you-
own Radio Shack.
What do you put
Remember
those?
Radio Shack?
Yeah. Do you put those out for Halloween
Yeah.
for the kids, or?
Yeah, there you go.
You know. So we're in the training room right now, and they got training going on back there. There's a whole bunch of dealers or somebody that's in there. But remember when I told you that the gearboxes inside looked like they were ready for the space shuttle or something? It turns out I think they are. They just don't want to tell me. It's probably some government secret. But take a look at this. There was a space shuttle parked right outside of Doorking, so I'm pretty sure I was right. All right, Rick, what do we got going on here? What is this thing? Just going down there, trying to break this thing, or what?
So what we're doing here is cycle testing on one of the new wedges that one of our engineers, Tyler, has developed, and he's testing to destruction. He wants to see how many cycles before it actually quits working. So this thing's been out here for several days now. It's got it cycling about once every 6 seconds, 5 or 6 seconds. It's about 18 hits per minute, something like that, times the hour, time to days.
Wow.
We're getting up to several 100,000 hits, and it's still running.
So you're gonna test it till it stops working?
Till
it's a Doorking. That's gonna be a while. So yeah, we're more likely gonna have a power outage before this thing stops working.
It's LED lit. You can see it changes to green when it's up. It'll switch to red when it comes down.
So okay, we're over here in the receiving area, and we got Ruben here. And how you receive a lot of stuff?
Yeah, we receive boards that come in like damaged or burned, like this one. This is one of them. So I basically just documented, put that basically it got fried. This could have been like error from the outside or back connection, but basically all we do is just document stuff and we report what goes on, and we do corrective action, and they basically fix it from the tech area, and from the tech basically they send them to shipping, and that's when shipping sends it to the customers. And that's what we do here. And other stuff that comes in, we just basically verify them and kind of evaluate it from here and give it to the techs, and they kind of just bring it back to life. And that's basically what we do here in Doorking.
Wow, that's awesome. So Ruben, how long you worked at Doorking?
I've been here for about 2 years and a half already.
2 years.
Yeah, I've gone to 3 already.
He's a newer guy.
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy though. You
By
got
the
a lot
way,
of energy.
that board is void of warranty.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
Just one failed visual
Oh, it looks like it was in a plane crash or something.
It came from Las Vegas fence.
Yeah, that's a Las Vegas for. That happens just sitting out in the sun in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That wasn't even actually installed yet.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Thank you for letting us know.
Appreciate it.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
All right, Justin, so we're coming in the RMA board repair section, not just the RMA section. This is where the boards end up if they need to be repaired.
Yeah, they get repaired here. So they'll test them and repair the boards over here, whatever RMA comes in. But what you can do is you get an RMA replacement, advanced replacement. So we'll be sending you out a board replacement before we even get your board. Once we receive that board, we'll credit it.
Wow.
And then, it's a quick turnaround.
So Doorking is all about getting that operator or that entry system back up and running for the clients, and while you're working on the board itself. So I don't know of anybody else that does advanced replacements.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother ball game there, right?
You need the board, and you can't wait.
Yeah.
1 or 2 weeks.
So these are all boards that they're, when they get repaired, they end up at that other section we were looking at earlier. But these are all boards that need to be diagnosed and seen what's wrong. But the pressure seems to come off because you have advanced boards.
Yeah.
So we're not getting those phone calls from the clients and stuff that are upset. Operators' entry systems are still working, and you guys can actually work on getting these boards repaired correctly.
Absolutely.
Without the screaming and the yelling from the distributors and the dealers,
different
right?
sections for different types of boards. So if you pan around to this area, you can see the different sections.
Yeah. So it just goes on and on.
Yeah.
And the people are at lunch right now, so.
Like I said, they're under no pressure. They got those those advanced replacements out, right?
Yeah.
No, I know it's lunchtime. I snuck in on you guys at lunch, but we got a lot of tables here, a lot of boards that you guys are constantly working on. But you got a lot of units out there.
Yeah. So these are testing equipments too, to test boards. So based on whichever board or whatever type of equipment, we have different structures set up, and you can see it on the other side as well too.
So if it's a 1601 board or a 4302 board, you've got different testing equipment to diagnose it pretty quick.
Once we get the new boards, it'll be
4402
easy.
board.
Oh, there we go.
4404,
Look at this.
4405.
So we've got a testing center for a 4402, 4404 board. These are all familiar numbers to all of us. 4405. They've got pretty much testing equipment for everything. Looks like that testing equipment's been around a while.
and built.
And Bill, that wasn't special ordered somewhere, was it?
Nobody builds test equipment for this. Then you got to build your own.
Yeah.
Make your own board. You got to build your own test equipment.
Yeah, well, I would assume you guys would be the only ones testing the 4404 board, so yeah, there's probably not a big market to sell
Maybe we should sell it.
testing equipment, right? I know. So now we're over in the trade show area. Look at these crates. You guys don't mess around on trade shows. You guys do a lot of trade shows.
Yes, we do.
A lot of them, and I know we'll see you at the Fence Show and Security Expo in Las Vegas. This looks really familiar. Was this on our floor?
Yes, it was. So this thing folds out,
Uh-huh.
and it's what, 5,000 pounds?
Yeah.
3,000 pounds. So it folds out. They've got this facing the wrong way, but then it's a 20 by 10 booth.
Wow, 3,000 pounds, man. The Expo service people love you.
Yeah, they love it.
right. You know.
They actually really do love us.
Yeah, you know they build weight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They always cheer when they see the door.
They see a Doorking logo and they know that weighs a little bit, right? All right, we're over in the cardboard section where they got all the boxes and cartons and containers. So if you're ever wondering why U-Haul is out of them, or if you're over at Home Depot trying to move and there's no boxes, they're all over at Doorking. So you can stop by over here, tell them you need some of them boxes. It's not fair that they hog them all, you know? It just keeps going. Look at that, straight down there. It's like a office supply box warehouse you guys got back here. Right? So you bring all these boxes in pre-printed with that's what these nice pretty Doorking boxes. Everything's labeled, and when we saw in that other room, you slap stickers on those, and that's how you get these tightly packed. Everything. I mean, look at them all. These boxes have been specially designed and sized to fit your equipment.
Right.
So that everything's nice and tight, and when it gets shipped out to customers and stuff, it's still intact when you get it there, because last thing you want to do is get some entry system with a couple dings in it. Ruin everybody's day. Okay, we're on the inside. We made it through the security up at the front. We signed in. We met up with Rick over here, and you know Justin, and Miguel. And Miguel, he kind of runs this whole area. We're in final assembly. This will be final assembly. So I'm going to flip it around. Tell assembly area, Rick. So what's going on in this room?
Everything's final assembly is brought here. The phone systems, access systems, gate operators. We have production lines set up that switches over depending on what model gate operator you're building, right? What the computer says, hey, we have X amount of orders of 9150, 1601. Miguel will set it up in the morning, and they run all that product throughout the day. You could change during the day too if we need to, like on the flip.
So final
walk over there, take a look. Yeah.
Final assembly for gate operators and the access controls, entry system, pretty much everything.
They box it here, get it ready. From here, it goes over to the finished goods warehouse.
Wow, I'm excited to see what this is. Look, we got circuit boards sitting up there. They're putting together. What are they putting together right there? Is that like an 1834?
That's an 18 something.
35. Yeah. Look at that. That's exciting. And there's a lot of people back here.
There's a lot more.
A lot more, yeah. So you see everything heat boxes. Once they're through putting the entry system together, he'll put it in the box. There's these things put a lot of padding around it.
Yep.
However it works, yeah.
So if you're ever
show you right here.
if you're ever wondering how they get these things packed in these boxes so tight, this is it right here. Look at that. Oh, so you're pressing those and making those, everything.
And what he'll do, that system, that's the ends.
Yeah.
It'll go in the end, so it doesn't.
Look at that, man. Looks like you've done this a few times.
Yeah.
Right?
So he just puts it in the mold and it'll form.
So does that blows air in it, or is it heated up as well?
Yeah.
So it heats it up?
There and it heats it up and takes the form.
And then we get one of these things, and that's stiff. Look at that. That's warm. Wow, that is really neat.
There you go. And like I said, put it in the box. Everything's labeled, barcodes, serialized, and it'll go off to finished goods inventory.
Wherever it's going, right?
Yeah, wherever it's going.
It won't be there long.
Right now they're putting together 6100 swing gate operators over here, 9150s over here.
A couple of my favorite gate operators.
Yeah.
We used to call those the Star Trek. We used to the Enterprise, I think we
Right,
called them, right?
the shuttlecraft.
Yeah, I've seen one, right? They're great units. Yeah. Great units. I mean, they're just workhorses, huh? And then, well, 9150. That's a workhorse too. Look at that.